Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain. And we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Go. 40. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Complete. Smith has it. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Alert. 55's Mike, guys, 55. He can't help us. He's not going to get it.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Y'all playing gun.
They go play action now. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15.
It's just me and you.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hold on. Check. Tiger. Do up.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We're good.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 0.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Check hot route. Hot. Easy.
On the ground, Geis, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Geis. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
By 20.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Callaway. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want it. Mike, off. Right there in the middle.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's got Smith here. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Wilson. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, 190. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Go. 12. Check right. Watch 55. Rip right. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Run pass. Double.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Mike, 215. Let's go, defense. Hey. Man up, D. Hey, Trump. Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike's 50. Still got 4 down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Levante David in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 2 for 1, 2 for 1. 54.
Throwing on third. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, hey. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there, it's silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Line 20. 56. Double left, green. Double left.
On first down, gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On second down now. McFarland, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Value three.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
180!
Now Goff on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham as time expires in the first half. As they are now on the board here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check safety, check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's third down.
Line 20. Mike 54. It's our time. It's our time. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship, ship, ship.
They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Took right, took right.
Right 52, right 52. Hey, let's get that, get that ball. Hey, right 52, right 52.
You must be learning.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, shell. 2 for 1. 56.
And the blitz does come. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st down, McFarland. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
First down, Rams.
We go tonight. 20.
Check, block 54, block 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 4, check 4. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
36 power. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got it. Alert. 50, Mike 50. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 56. 56. Mike 56.
Here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ric Flair.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
X3, 218, chop.
Play action. It's gone. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
I'm here all day. Now, let's roll. 54, Mike.
Now gone. Going for it all. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike. Check Mike.
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
I got it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, turn it out. Turn it out. Check your hot read. Deuce.
Hey, 0.
Go get him.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. This is the tight end Fant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Goff now 9 of 17 through the air. Goff. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, 76! 76!
Goff now to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
At the 28-yard line.
380. Mike 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
14, 14, got it. Got that. Tempo. 50. Come on, baby, come on.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 9. Switch. 14, got it. Nice.
One last shot for Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for L.A., it took a few weeks, but they're into the win column now at 1-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.